It is officially time to start preparing for 2026, and in this year it's going to be the first year where I'm going to do all of my organization and planning for next year on Notion, and I thought I'd take you with me on that journey. I already started with making a sketch on my iPad of how my Notion page for 2026 should look like, because I realized I couldn't really imagine it just like that, and I feel like there were so many things I wanted to have on this, and like on this sketch now I just have everything together and I kind of have it organized, so I have like a start point of where I want to start for my Notion now. So let's have a look on that. So if I'm gonna look over here, it's because here is my iPad. Let's get into it. So I did this sketch on freeform, and basically what you see here is just one page in Notion. And yeah, let's start from the beginning. So here on top, I want to cover 7 areas and kind of like display them or like have them linked to other pages, because if you have seen some of my videos, I started the project 21 where I have like 7 areas where I have goals that I want to achieve until I'm 21. I want to put more focus on that again and kind of, dedicating their own space in my 2026 planning. So I thought that would be really cool to put that on top. And then underneath, of course, the most important are like the actual goals, which I'm going to do in a database. And I already have the properties, or some properties that I for sure want to add for the goals. So for that, it's like the main part of the whole page. So that's really important. And then I also want to do somehow something with like the progress, to kind of show it in a bar or something. That would be really, really cool for like each goal or goal region. I don't really know yet, but something in that direction. And then underneath, I also think it would be cool to like link the goals that I have up here to some goal task that I want to do. I'm not sure about that yet, truly. As I said, it's the first time doing it, so I have to kind of find out how I like it, but I think that could be cool to kind of like now put bigger tasks or like kind of like milestones from these goals under here, so it's kind of just more broken down. And then I want to add my vision board, which I'm still going to do because I want to do my vision board based on my goals. And then here I want to definitely start doing like quarter plans, so that I plan in which goals or which things I'm going to do in the 4 different seasons of the year. And then here on the side, it's just kind of like a menu to a lot of other things that I want to add, but this is just like pages linked, so I have to see how much I can do today for sure. Like this side is here more important than the menu. I think we just get into it and see like what I feel like I need and what I don't. This is just like, as that like my plan until now. Let's head now over to Notion. And here my Notion that I already a little prepared, and here on the side I'm gonna have my sketch, so I can always see what the plan is. Exactly, now I didn't do a lot, don't worry, like this is just kind of, I started the page, so I have already something with the title, the emoji, and the background picture, which seems a little random, but I just wanted this green and pink because they're my favorite color, but definitely gonna change that on the way. And then here I just do the database for my goals 2026 as a start. And now what I first want to do, because the goals is really like the main part of the Notion, like from this page now. So I want to set this up first, which means I'm going to add like all of the different properties that I want to have. So for sure, first like name. And then we want to kind of have a category, so I can say like in which of these 7 areas of my life is this going to go in. So I'm going to choose here select, because you can't multi-select, like one of the goals is only in one of the categories and not multiple ones. So then I'm going to add one which says end result, where I just quickly write down what like the end result should be like, because here it's just going to be the goal. And here I want to like describe a little more like how I know that I achieved it. So this is just going to be a text-based one where I can write down the end result. Oops. Then I also want to set a priority, so I can change it up over the time, probably also with like the quarter, like kind of like separations that I do, that I can change the priority accordingly. So I'm just gonna add here low, middle, and high. And they nearly have the perfect colors. But I just like to have the green, then the yellow, and this should be red. Yeah, like this. So very simple, nothing too crazy. But already this, like I never had that on notes ever. I just wrote down my goals and that was kind of it. And here I can do so many more adjustments around it, which just also for me, I love to kind of do stuff like that. So just it already makes more fun to work on my goals and change stuff here and to organize them, to look at them. So I'm really hoping this is going to be good and it's going to help me, but I really think so as well. So next up we have which quarter is it, which I think I'm also just going to do a select. And I'm going to write here down quarter. No. And then in the end, I'm gonna add a status. So I instantly know like if I already achieved the goal, if I didn't, if I'm working on it. And this is like really important, so I'm gonna put it in front here. Then I would say quickly adjust this. Name is very good. Category I like as well. Priority is not as important. And quarter as well, not like it's good if it's also in the back here. So I think I like it from like that. Now let's go and edit the properties. So with that, we have like the baseline for my database, but now of course we're gonna go and add my actual goals inside. So I have now added all of my goals into here. I'm not fully done yet with planning them, but definitely already far. So let's take an example. You know, I always added the status to not started because obviously I didn't start it yet because it's not even like 2026 yet. Then I added the name, for example, I want to start doing my own food. That's basically kind of just like the title and not into details, just kind of like, you know, what I was thinking about, what I was just basically writing down there. Then I choose the category, which here, for example, would be lifestyle. And then the end result is like, for example, I'm making food like milk or bread myself. Then priority I didn't add either because I feel like I have to then see in the beginning of the year. Probably gonna set priority from like January to March to like high priority, or like all years to like middle priority, and then the rest to like low priority or something. And then I added the quarters, but also this is not fully done yet. For example, like starting my food myself, I could imagine doing instantly. I was just thinking about what is going to happen in this next year and when it will make sense to do what. But yeah, this is just the first draft of how it could then look like. Exactly, so we have done that now. Now what I'm going to do is sort them by quarter. So it would have been like this, but now you have to see that the all year probably is always on top or so. So they're like always there, and then over the year I can change that. But so now like this, I just see all of the January and March here because these are the ones I have to focus on. Now I think I'm actually gonna add, I find it like a really good idea, so I'm gonna add here like the middle ones with like the priority, and then here the highs, and the rest is just gonna be low. Yeah, and just like that we have the beginning of the goals ready. So this is a very important one. So next up I thought we could add some widgets so it just looks a little cooler, and because everything else is like with progress bars and stuff, and honestly I don't really know how to do that, so let's do first something that's fun. But I want to use some widgets from Indify. Let's have a look. Like definitely I want like a countdown of like how many days this will have in the year. So that would be So you never tried this, so let's see if this works. Ooh, okay. So, date and time would be 2026, 31. Don't want the seconds and the minutes and the hours as well though. Love that I can change the colors because I'm gonna add here my own colors, obviously. Ooh, okay, so now I have here with my white background, with my green color and with my pink color. Absolutely love it. That's really cool. Yeah, basically it's just kind of like a countdown to the end of the year, which is, one could say, unnecessary, but it's a small thing that matters. So I think I have to copy the link now here, and then we go over here to my Notion, and I'm just gonna add it here on top. Basically just copy in and embed it. Nice, let's see what else we can do on this page. Then I want to like add this kind of menu bar here on the side. So let's do that, and for that I'm gonna do a column, I mean 2 columns, and I'm gonna add this one into this here, perfect, and this one into this here. Okay, then here we have the menu. Okay, so now we have all of the menu pages here. Love it that doesn't work. So I think I have to put them like hand by hand here. So we have the menu with all of these. Let's make it smaller again. Yeah, something like that, I think. Then here I'm gonna add a quote, which I'm gonna do in Canva. So I just went through my Pinterest, and I think I'm gonna take this quote, which I really like, and I think, you know, it really motivates me to push forward, and in my goals, that is my focus, to not stay on the place that I have been for this last year now, but to go beyond. So let's add this to my Canva. So this is how I like it. I also changed a little the size because I realized it was like way too high and I didn't even need that. Because now you can instantly also embed that into your Notion. So we're gonna do that. Here. So you get the link and then you do smart embed link. I don't know if it's because of that, but you also like, if you change something here, you can see it in Notion directly, which is so cool. Absolutely love like this combo. So we are back here in Canva quickly. I'm just gonna paste this with Command V and then do it as embed. And we have it. Now of course we have to see that there's not like this random black space around. Okay, I think we can only do it like this, which is fine. And then we have there a little quote in my style, magic to my widget. Absolutely love it. And I think next up we're gonna stay in this kind of creative one because I really want that my Notion looks cool, and it's just like, you know, it makes me want to use it because it's also like looking good. I'm also like, this is kind of, you know, my job to like I'm working in a creative field, right? So I cannot work with stuff that is not looking a little put together, and mostly now it's so cool that I can use my own things because at work obviously I can't. So it's so cool that I can design this as I want, and that's honestly the most fun about it, to be honest. So let's continue on with that. So I added the banner, nothing crazy, just a quote that resonates with me and I thought matches here. Yeah, exactly, so I did that, which means it's already looking very like design-wise it's looking very good, but now we're gonna still focus on some other things now. Now the progress bar is something I will first have to look into, but what I still want to do is the 7 areas. So I added all of the pages bar. I didn't add anything like in there, just quickly added like an icon so it just looks already better, and I can like kind of like see better what is what. But I'm not sure if I'm gonna keep it like that with like the icons just for now. Yeah, for example, why does hobbies and traveling have the same one? That does not work. I thought I changed the one for traveling. It just looks the same. Okay, wait, we're gonna take something differently. Like a palm tree. Yeah, exactly, good. So we have just here on top, like just all of the links to the pages. So it's just kind of like a quick link thing, which I can then press on. So now when we have a look on my sketch from in the beginning on freeform, we can see that we have a new banner, we have a title, we have the 7 areas here as I described, we have the goals. Then on the side here we haven't added something new like this cool widget, which I really like. We added the menu with all of the pages, which are not done, but that's gonna take a while, and we have the quote. Then we don't have the rewards, we don't have the progress and the goals, and the vision board of course as well. So this I'm gonna do in the next video though, because otherwise it's gonna be too long, and also I have to first even figure out how to can do that because I realized I'm not really aware of, and I don't want to spend like all video long trying to figure it out. So I think this is like a really good start to my Notion setup, and I absolutely love to do this, and I really think it's gonna help me get a better overview and just work better and more intentionally with my goals. And I definitely want to continue on building this up, so then in beginning of 2026 I truly have like kind of like a second brain but on Notion, and I can plan, organize everything there. So if you haven't tried Notion yet, it can seem a little confusing in the beginning, but I truly had the first touch point with Notion like 2 months ago or so now, and probably not even. You can get into it, and hopefully this video can help you to kind of understand how things works, or just kind of how you could use Notion in 2026. And I will definitely do a second video where I set up all of the progress bars and continue on setting up my 2026 page in general. So thank you for listening and have a very good time. Bye bye.